An undocumented immigrant is not a criminal because he or she is undocumented. That is a civil offense.
Federal crime.
So to call people illegal, in of itself, I think xenophobic.
Would think, ABC, having just paid $15 million for a defamation lawsuit, would think not to engage in conspiracy theories about nation attempts, but I guess that's too much to ask from The View. I mean, I gotta ask you, because they said it, are you aware of any plots from Elon Musk to push President Trump down the stairs?
Absolutely not. Let me be unequivocally clear about that.
Let's play a game. It's 6:45 a.m. You're spooning cereal into your mouth half dead. And your phone lights up with a notification. A White House press secretary allegedly just sued daytime television's loudest table for a number with more zeros than a lottery jackpot. That's the rumor eating the internet alive. That Karoline Leavitt, briefing room machine, conservative lightning rod, allegedly treats court filings the way the rest of us treat morning coffee, has dragged The View into a legal war so expensive the show's own accountants are reportedly doing breathing exercises. Here's what you need to know before we spiral. Some of this is fiction, some of it is not. And telling the difference is half the fun. Because if even half of what's circulating online is real, this isn't a spat. It's an autopsy scheduled in advance with better lighting than the show ever had. Stay till the end.
Leavitt appears to be a fierce operator, but she's also 27 and arguably quite glamorous. So of course, the kind and progressive voices at The View reacted to her appointment like this.
I think she's probably been put in there because according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
Their argument that this administration is not standing up for the First Amendment is preposterous. You have a president of the United States who, within hours of taking the oath of office, welcomed journalists into the most intimate corner of the American presidency.
The part where this gets weird involves a very real settlement check, and it was not written by the people you think. The View has survived a lot. Host walkouts, live meltdowns, feuds that generated more think pieces than actual episodes. The show is held together by the same forces that hold together a group project. Momentum, denial, and 3 people doing all the work while everyone else talks. But now it's allegedly facing something brand new. Someone who doesn't get louder, someone who gets organized. This is supposedly round 2. The first collision was a warning shot fired across the table. This time the claim circulating online goes bigger. Not just the host, not just the show, the whole machine. Producers, network, everyone who signed off on what Leavitt's camp describes as years.
And watching this clip, I couldn't help but think how ironic that Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of the ladies on The View spend their time calling Republicans the conspiracy theorists. But they have been wrong about everything they have said over the last couple of years. They likened President Trump to Hitler. They have mocked him. They have shamed him. They have lied about him consistently on their show.
It's a privilege to cover the United States. And I said it in my first briefing. We are going to hold people accountable that push lies. And the president believes deeply that American news outlets should be reporting the truth.
Of picking at her like a scab nobody asked about. If controversy is this show's love language, Leavitt allegedly just sent it an invoice. Before we go deeper, if you enjoy watching powerful people sweat through their blazers in public, you're in the right place. Smash like, subscribe. You know the drill. This is the part where the algorithm prays. Now, here's the thing about Leavitt that drives her critics up a wall. She doesn't seem to get angry. She seems to get most people who feel wronged by a TV show tweet about it. She allegedly builds a filing system where normal humans have emotions. She reportedly has folders labeled dated cross-referenced.
And the abuse continued.
I would like this young lady this is her first job, I would like her to do a little homework. Because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here. Oh, yeah. Let me explain something to you. Because without that wokeness, you might not have that job. Yeah. Because women were not invited to that table. Women were not invited to many tables in this nation. The reason we fought and busted our behinds to make sure that you didn't have to worry about this. And now to hear you talk about it and to hear anybody talk about the wokeness was put in place for a reason.
That's what makes this rumor delicious. If the lawsuit is real, then somewhere out there is a spreadsheet with 15 million cells. And each one is allegedly a reason to make somebody's year extremely uncomfortable. Before we go deeper, if you enjoy watching powerful people sweat through their blazers in public, you're in the right place. Smash like, subscribe. You know the drill. This is the part where the algorithm prays. Now, here's the thing about Leavitt that drives her critics up a wall. She doesn't seem to get angry. She seems to get most people who feel wronged by a TV show tweet about it. She allegedly builds a filing system where normal humans have emotions. She reportedly has folders labeled dated cross-referenced. And that's what makes this rumor delicious. If the lawsuit is real, then somewhere out there is a spreadsheet.
I mean, you'll deal with these kind of crazy questions from the White House podium. How do you plan to deal with it?
Yes, I absolutely will. I feel prepared to do that. I've been facing the media now, speaking on behalf of President Trump on the campaign trail for the past couple of years, and we are expecting the media to be hostile. However, Kaylee, if you do talk to a lot of these reporters off the record, they will tell you they look forward to more press transparency and access. And while we will expose the fake news when they are fake, we will hold them accountable for their lies and smears of President Trump. I can also assure the American people that they are going to be hearing directly from the leader of the free world.
With 15 million cells. And each one is allegedly a reason to make somebody's year extremely uncomfortable. Here's where the rumor stops being gossip and becomes a business problem. According to the story circulating online, the case isn't built on hurt feelings. It's built on receipts. Every episode archived, every comment logged, every on-air jab allegedly timestamped, typed up and ready for its courtroom close-up. A greatest hits album no label would dare release. The theory as described when a nationally syndicated show spends years treating one person as its recurring villain, that stops being banter. At some dollar amount it becomes a liability. The host called it chemistry. Her lawyers allegedly call it a pattern. And here's the kicker. She isn't reportedly suing. Now let's go behind the curtain because this is where the story gets its texture. The rumor mill says the studio atmosphere has shifted from Live Laugh Love to Live Laugh Lawyer. Staff are reportedly tiptoeing past producers like the floor is booby.
Many of you in the media clearly missed the art of the deal. You clearly failed to see what President Trump is doing here. You tried to say that the rest of the world would be moved closer to China when in fact we've seen the opposite effect. The entire world is calling the United States of America, not China, because they need our markets, they need our consumers, and they need this president in the Oval Office to talk to them. And that's exactly why more than 75 countries have called, because the United States of America is the best place in the world to do business, and as the president has shown great courage, as the secretary has said, in choosing to retaliate against China even higher.
Atmosphere has shifted from Live Laugh Love to Live Laugh Lawyer. Staff are reportedly tiptoeing past producers like the floor is booby trapped. Morale is allegedly a topic you'd need a hazmat suit to discuss. Budget rumors are doing laps. Promotional shoots evaporating. Guest list shrinking. The craft services table reportedly downgraded from meal to snack with questions. One version of the folklore claims this year's holiday party is a group email. Meanwhile, on the other side of town, Leavitt is allegedly operating like a machine that doesn't know the word pause. No rants, no shouting, just quiet, numbered, devastating paperwork arriving exactly when it hurts most. In conservative circles, she's reportedly becoming something bigger than a press secretary. The woman who fights back with filing cabinets and wins.
I am stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay,
now, as
I'm sorry, guys. We're going to come back out to the panel. Thank you very much for your time. You are welcome to come back at any point. She is welcome to come back and speak about Donald Trump.
First of all, the Democrat Party has gone woke, and now they have gone broke. They have their lowest approval ratings ever, and they are rallying around two of the most far-left leaders in their party, AOC and Jasmine Crockett. So that tells you the current state of the Democrat Party.